Om Namah Shivaya. Let us now listen to the continuation of the discourse on the topic Why Should It Be Here Only by MahaPeriyava from the book Voice of God, Volume 1. Although development of science, defense of the country, trade and commerce, agriculture, physical labor were there in all countries, there was side by side always rivalry in everything. Instead of remaining satisfied in the thought, this is a task meant for us, all people went for all trades. The situation was not as it obtained in our country. The situation that there was no worry about the means for living and the confidence that we certainly have this trade which we have been doing for generations and therefore we can do it naturally and easily was not there. In olden times, this was the situation in our country when there was stability and life was peaceful. If this is there, one need not worry about social amity and peace. Because it was there, pre-eminent qualities evolved in our country and eminent men who lived accordingly are countless. This stability was lacking in other countries. People were in a state of bickering and rivalry. If we accept what the reformists say, that is, that a majority of people were kept in subjugation by the Varna Dharma, social revolutions should have occurred on a large scale in our country. But these very words are foreign to us. It is only after reading about the French Revolution and the American Revolution, Russian Revolution, etc., we learned that need could arise for a whole lot of people to jump into what is called a revolution. When we read the history of other countries, we find that people themselves resort to revolution after revolution. What is more important is that no revolution achieved anything permanent. If 50 or 100 years have passed after a revolution, another revolution does occur. In other words, people are always discontented. One need not ask about today's situation. In all the countries, decline in discipline, wild display of beastly emotions, agitation, strikes, a government falling and another coming day after day. Thus, the entire world is in a state of agitation. It is only in countries like Russia, where the government itself is dictatorial and where dissent is ruthlessly suppressed, there is no revolution. Even there, it is said that there is deep resentment which can explode like a volcano anytime. From time to time, an intellectual or a great writer who does not care for life escapes from there and tells the world about the tyrannical rule in their country. They say that people there are not happy. In India, there never was a government which was dictatorial. So much arts, science, etc. could never have been born from a people if they had been slaves. We never cried out to others that we are being kept in subjugation. Unless the mind had flowered in an atmosphere of absolute freedom, so much intellectual literature and so many arts and temples could not have come up. It will not be appropriate to say that even though the common people were in a majority, because of the superstition, they were afraid of the priestly class and got cheated. It would be fitting to say that of people of Africa or South American forests where cultural development has not taken place. In those places, the pujari is like the king. He will have a fearful appearance. He will pretend to be all powerful and will hold out the threat that he would harm the people by black magic. He has the authority to punish the people. It is not so in our country. People of all jatis are intellectual and well up in bhakti and spiritual matters. If you see the Puranas, Periyapuranam, a Tamil work, etc., it will be seen that great men have come from all jatis. Emperors like Chandragupta, Shivaji, and intelligent ministers like Sekidar did not belong to the priestly class. Hence, there is no power to the priestly class to punish people. The priest is one who has to be a total sadhu. The Shastras have ordained that even if a wrong is done, he has to subject himself to punishment. If the Negroes happen to have physical contact with a white man, the Negroes are punished. But in our country, if the so-called untouchable happens to have physical contact with the priestly class, it is a later which has to take a bath and expiate for it. Let us keep aside the views about untouchability. I wanted to say that policies like this were not practiced by threat, punishment, or by suppression. A highly civilized society, which is lauded by the whole world, could not have been developed by threat or by cheating. It was because all people experienced the benefits of the arrangement made by the Dharmashastras that they did not revolt. Om Namah Shivaya. Let us listen to the continuation of this discourse in the next post. Om Namah Shivaya. Hara Hara Shankara Jaya Jaya Shankara. Kanchi Shankara Kamakoti Shankara.